The legs
I can smell all of the smoke, all that love and positivity, that shit is a joke. I should dead them all, my heart ski down slopes when you the piggy bank. Everybody wanna see you broke, bro. Me and snakes don't lip lock. I don't think the feet look good on me like flip flops. I know if I spit it, it belongs in a ziploc. They know I'ma kill them, all they hearing is tick tock. Your time is up. Where there's fire, you see the smoke, yeah. I know liars, I seen them fold, yeah. I'm so tired from all these souls, it's done been a good year. My tires don't leave the road, yeah. Are they serious? I seen liars that testified under oath, I hear. Rappers not living out what they wrote, my peers.
All right, let me talk to you real quick about Rexius Nutrition in Ralston. Rexius carries an awesome line of pre-workout from brands like Alpha Lion, Bucked Up, 5150, Insane Labs, and several other brands. They also have a great selection of protein powder, including my personal favorite, the All Max Hexapro cookies and cream flavored. Can't go wrong with that. They also carry the very popular brand Axe and Sledge protein powders, branched chain amino acids, which are crucial to stay hydrated, and pre-workout. They also carry locally owned brands like VHI Fit, carry their protein powders in several different flavors. They also have pre-workout, branched chain amino acids, vegan protein powder as well. And if you have a sweet tooth like me, you gotta try this Omaha protein popcorn. The owners Jamie and Brent Stryker are absolute studs and are very knowledgeable with a background in bodybuilding. Jamie even reached pro status as an IFBB pro women's physique competitor. Stop by Rexius Nutrition in Ralston on the corner of 84th and Q and receive 10% off when you tell them you're there on an official visit.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Oscar Galindo. I'm here with another episode of The Official Visit. This week, another big-time player joining us. He's a 3-star. Rising quickly up the ranks, racking up offers left and right. Out of Platteview, tight end, standing all of 6'6" and 200 some odd pounds. Freak athlete. It's tight end Reiman Zebert. How's it going, man?
Good.
Good, man. I'm glad to get you on here. We've been trying to get you on here a couple weeks, but I know you've been busy with recruitment and basketball and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, man, glad to finally get you on here.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Yeah, for sure. So, first thing we'll do to kick this off is we'll kind of do a couple of pregame questions, just kind of get to know you a little bit, kind of get to know, just some icebreaker type stuff. So, first one I got is, do you have any pregame routines or kind of superstitions or anything like that you kind of go through before a game?
Not really. I just usually put on my headphones, zone everything out, and listen to some older music.
Okay.
Kind of get it from my dad. I listen to some older 80s music, some rock, and some stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. Just kind of get in that mindset a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, one common thing I hear from everybody is, music, and they like to get, a specific type of music or whatever, whatever gets them in the mindset for that. If you had to pick one song as your go-to pump up, before a game, like, all right, I'm turning this on and I'm ready to go. What would that song be?
Lose Yourself by Eminem.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, for sure, man.
I really like that song, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. That's classic for sure, dude. Always, kind of get your heart bumping a little bit, get your knees, arms, all tingling, getting ready to go for sure, man.
Yeah.
All right. So the next question I got for you is, do you have like a favorite player at your position that you kind of like to watch and maybe try to take things from their game and add it to yours? And that could be college or NFL level.
Yeah, I like watching George Kittle in the NFL. He's really fun to watch, and I like how he controls his emotions on the field and how he's a really good player on and off the field.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's funny you see him joking around and stuff like that and laughing, but dude, when during that, from snap to whistle, dude, he's a dog, dude. He just goes after you, whether he's blocking or whatever it is, man. He's a freak for sure. Any chance kind of be rocking the hair like Kittle for next season, or no chance at that?
I don't know. I
No.
don't know how long I can grow out my hair. I mean, maybe my beard, but I'm not
All
sure.
right, yeah, yeah. The hair might be a little bit of a stretch for sure, man. I'm sure you want to look good for like homecoming and stuff like that. You know, I'm sure it might not fit the vibe, you know.
I don't
But
know.
yeah. All right, and then next question I got here for you. It is brought to us by the official visits sponsor, and that is Rexius Nutrition in Ralston. What we want to know is who is the resident weight room monster on the Platteview football team? Who's the guy that's just moving pounds when it's time to get it in that weight room?
Definitely my teammate Brody Brunson. He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's always in that weight room. I always snap him. He's always in the weight room at his house. He's a freak. He is.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, he's picking up some offers too, man. So obviously it's working out for him. Well, what was the most you've ever seen him throw up there in the gym?
For bench, I think he did. It might have been 335 for bench.
Okay.
I think. But yeah, his squats above 500 easily, and his deadlifts probably 500 at least.
Yeah,
but yeah,
just a beast, man. Yeah, for sure, dude. You like seeing that, especially with your guys up in the trenches. Making sure you can push guys around and stuff. So, for sure, man. And then the last question I got here for you, it's kind of just one for me. I kind of like trying new things to eat, trying new places, new spots. Is there any low key spots outside of like your your fast food chains and stuff like that, where it's a good spot to go get a bite to eat? And then what is your go-to meal there?
I'm kind of a Firehouse guy. I mean, I know that's not really like a smaller restaurant, but I love Firehouse. I usually get like the turkey bacon ranch. That's my go-to. I get a large. And that's perfect. It just, that's all I need. It's a big sandwich and gets me. Yeah,
for sure. You getting anything in there pregame? Like, are you a big pregame eater or some snacks or?
Pregame, I usually eat like some toast and like a banana. I don't eat too much, a little bit of carbs, and sometimes some energy before a game. Depends on just how I feel, but yeah,
definitely. Yeah, you always like to see that. There's some guys that don't like to eat at all, and then there's guys that can knock down a whole burger and fries and a whole meal. So yeah, for sure, man. Definitely, keep it light for sure. So that was kind of it for our pregame questions. Just kind of some speed run through those questions there a little bit. Now kind of transition here. Talk a little bit more about yourself and kind of your football journey. I guess I call it that. So kind of just to start off your football journey. How about you take us to the beginning? Where did this whole kind of football sports journey kind of start for you individually?
Well, I grew up always playing catch with my dad. It really started at like 8 or 10. I'd play catch with him in my backyard, and I just always had good hands. And I grew up wanting to be a quarterback, and I always watched Peyton Manning and loved watching him. I remember one time I was watching the Colts play, and I think they lost a game, and I packed up all my stuff. I was so mad. Peyton Manning was my favorite guy. I grew up wanting to be a quarterback.
Yeah.
My parents didn't let me play tackle football till middle school because they didn't want me getting hurt or anything like that. So I played flag football, and I got made fun of for it a little bit. But came middle school, I really didn't play much tight end. I played like a receiver. I did some sweeps. It's kind of lame. And then high school, played JV my first year. Did pretty good my JV for JV first year, and sophomore year played behind a really good quarterback. Didn't split reps with a guy, and should have been starting all the reps. And this year has really been my first year fully into it, and I feel like I got a lot more to go. But yeah,
definitely. Yeah, so sounds.
I just didn't know freshman year if basketball was going to be my sport or if football was, and sophomore year really made it clear to me.
Yeah. What was that? Was it just your sophomore year in general, or was it like a specific play or moment or game during your sophomore year that you're like, all right, this is the one for me. This is my go-to?
Well, I mean, basketball just isn't really physical enough for me. I get called for charges all the time, and it just pisses me off. I just love the contact of football, and it's just always been better than basketball. Basketball just pisses me off too much, and football you can settle it. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. Getting a defender's face. Very next play if they do you dirty, for sure, man. Handle it on the field. So then, obviously, you kind of talked about, your parents didn't really want you playing tackle football, at a young age. So I kind of was kind of wondering, were you like always kind of bigger than everybody else? Did you kind of hit a growth spurt, or
Yeah,
how did you get to be
spurt.
6'6", man?
I think it was 8th grade freshman year. I grew I think maybe 4 inches. I think maybe 5. I think I was 6'1" in middle school.
Okay.
Yeah. I've grown a lot into high school, and I got a lot of it was because of my dad. He grew a lot out of high school, and they held me back a year so I'd grow more in high school, and
Yeah, nice. And then that's kind of like that age right there is a little bit of a especially as you're kind of getting your start and your foothold in sports, kind of an awkward time to get such a pretty decent growth spurt. Was that kind of an adjustment for you, on the court or on the field?
It kind of was, yeah. Like my freshman year of football, I was 155, and ever since then I've gained 20 pounds every year. So I mean, it's definitely seen some progress. But yeah.
So then, you touched on, your sophomore year kind of being that big, I guess we could say light bulb moment for you in terms of football, and kind of really wanted to go all in on it. So you had a great sophomore year. Statistically, even as you said, you split some reps. You kind of still went a little bit under the radar still after that sophomore year. But then, going into this season, you really started kind of rising, taking some attention. What do you think changed in that off season? Where did you kind of see the most growth in your game?
I definitely gained. The weight I gained helped a lot. I got faster. I could definitely see that difference. I mean, first game in, I was outrunning guys right at the start.
Yeah.
And just gaining that weight and just knowing what I could be and just running right past people. My speed was better.
Yeah, definitely. And, one thing with that weight gain, that could kind of drop your speed down a little bit, just kind of adjusting to it. But it didn't really seem to affect you a whole ton. You're still, I think, burning defenses at about 25 yards a clip, and run like a 4.6, right? 4.6 something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't tested in a while. I bet I could get below a 4.6 maybe.
Yeah, for sure. So then, how kind of important has that been for? Is that something that you kind of focus on, trying to make sure you maintain that speed while also learning to use your weight a little bit better and throwing yourself around a little bit more?
Yeah, for me, it's just been lifting a lot. I mean, lifting's nothing compared to eating. And, I've just been trying to pound food every day. It's tough with basketball, especially with the constant conditioning. But, yeah, I just know that if I hold on and maintain, I'm going to be good in the off season. I'm going to gain as much weight as I need.
Yeah.
Hopefully be 215, 220 between summer and the next season.
Yeah, definitely. So then, kind of aside from that, what did you feel like you kind of did? Is there anything you did specifically on the field, X's and O wise, or talking to coaches, or kind of just taking that mental leap from your sophomore to junior year? Is there anything of that type that you kind of felt changed for you?
I mean, I showed up every day to weights. I went to some 7-on-7s, and I definitely got exposed with more stuff. Got especially with playing basketball and football in the summer, got really conditioned, and my coaches knew what I could be, especially from the previous season, and just going to the weight room there at the school and working out even after school. No, even after weights in the morning, which really helped with my buddies.
Definitely.
But yeah.
Definitely. It's just kind of going that extra mile for you, on and off the field, getting that work in for sure. So then, this is another big off season for you. I know you've already, started making the noise, but, it's always about, growing and getting better and all that kind of stuff. Where would you like to see your game improve going into your senior year, and try to really up the next level, I guess?
I'd say blocking for sure. I know college coaches want to see that from me, and with our offense, it's a little difficult with the guys we have. I definitely want to get some blocking in. I've been working on blocking with a guy And yeah, I mean my route running's fine. I could definitely improve that, of course. And my hands could always use improving. I mean, I didn't drop much, but it's always still a factor. And yeah, just blocking, gaining weight, and getting off the line, a faster break from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, for sure. So then, as a player, we've seen what you can do, just, torching defenses and stuff like that. But kind of like as a leader, especially next season, you're going to be a senior, especially, being one of the big names, not just on the team, but in the state in general. I'm sure, the younger guys and, you guys kind of have a younger team, very talented team, I should say, but, still kind of a younger team. How do you kind of, assert yourself as a leader and kind of make sure that, everybody's kind of doing their due diligence, I guess, to make sure that next season is, as successful as possible for you guys?
Just showing up to conditioning that first week of practice and showing them what I want for us and showing them that I'm going to be there every day. And if they're not ready, I'm going to beat their ass. And I just, just like, they better be ready because if they're not going to play.
Yeah.
And I'll make sure that they know that. And I'm going to teach them, I'm going to help them every step of the way with that. And yeah, we got to bond together with chemistry, and that's going to make our team.
So then another kind of quick thing here about you guys as a team is, you guys, another challenge on top of, all that and, just the regular challenges of a new season is you guys are also moving up to Class B next season. So, that brings, whole new teams, teams you haven't necessarily seen film on or, played and, bigger teams with maybe a little bit more depth than you guys. But how do you kind of see that challenge and how do you guys kind of expect to take that on?
It's definitely going to be a challenge for us. We've struggled in the past with lineman-wise, and especially with just being barely over the limit to be Class B. We're definitely going to need bigger linemen, bigger guys. I'm going to definitely make sure these guys are getting in and getting weight on. And, yeah, it's going to be a challenge. We don't struggle with skilled players. It's more so line, and if we get a good line, we're going to be good. And, yeah, just seeing the challenge and seeing our new schedule, we know it's going to be a journey.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's going to be, like you said, it's going to be a journey, and it's going to be exciting to see what you guys can kind of do in a bigger conference. Yeah. And like I said, just because you guys are young, I'm looking at, film and kind of stuff like that, and you guys got some dogs out there. So I could, and not just that, but the past couple of years that I've kind of been doing this is, you guys seem to reload with very good, versatile athletes as well. So that's something that I think is really cool about you guys and just the way you guys play and kind of reload every year. So, so that was a little bit of Platteview ball, talking about them a little bit in your season and kind of going forward. Let's switch over here to talk about your recruitment. This is an area of your game that you improved drastically over, this offseason. You started out, you hit the ground running as soon as the new year kicked off. I believe it was like the third or the fourth or something like that. You got your first offer from Nebraska. And then since then, you've gotten offers from Oklahoma State, Wyoming, Arkansas, Miami, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Stanford. So, the whole lot, the Big Ten, West Coast, East Coast, down south, all of them are kind of interested in you. Before we talk about all those, I kind of want to talk a little bit about that first offer and kind of what that felt like and kind of what your head was, what was going on in your head when you got that call or message or whatever it was that, hey, like, we'd like to offer you.
Yeah, it was definitely a really big surprise. I was sitting in my house. It was a snow day. I was just playing my PlayStation, and I honestly didn't even know the call was him. I passed it up. I thought it was like nobody from North Carolina. I had no idea. And when I saw his text message, I was shocked. I was like, huh. I called him back, and he didn't answer for some reason. And I called him back again. And my dad got home, and, yeah, he spread the news, and I was just shocked. I was honestly a lot to take in, just sitting at my house doing nothing. And, yeah, it means a lot to me, especially from Nebraska. I didn't expect them to be my first, and them being my first is a big deal to me.
Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely, like you said, coming from the hometown team, that's definitely a huge deal for, people like yourself out here. So then, is that something that you're I know you said you weren't expecting it at the moment, but were you already like in talks with them? Had you already like spoken with them? And I know you visited there before already.
Yeah, I'd been on 2 game day visits there. I had been in touch with Ed Foley and Keith Williams. Never really been in touch with a lot of the big guys up there. But yeah, I didn't really know that it would happen, and he just called me, and it's just otherwise it's just been Keith Williams and Ed Foley, and that's about it.
Yeah, for sure. So then, from there, like I said, you got seven other offers from there. Big schools, Big Ten, ACC. I was about to say Pac-12, but that's not a thing no more. But yeah, seeing, having these coaches come out to, Platteview, where it's a smaller school, and it's coaches from all over the place coming out to check you out. How does that kind of feel? Like, how do you kind of manage that? And does that kind of bring a new level of expectations for you?
Yeah, it's definitely it's pretty exciting seeing all these coaches. I remember it the first day that they came and visited. It was like 5 schools. I don't remember all of them. It was like Wisconsin, K-State, and some of those guys. And it really put in perspective, listening to them, sitting down with them, and seeing what they saw in me and their different perspectives of how their school was and how their college campus was. And it definitely changed my view of everything and how what I needed to be, and specific weight wise, and like being up there, and how manageable it can be if I just gain some weight and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. So then, you've been to quite a few, visits. I know you've been to Nebraska, Wisconsin, I believe, Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what are where all have you kind of visited, and what are some things that you've seen or experienced that have kind of really stuck out to you? I know the whole commitment is still a long ways away, but so far, what are some things that kind of stuck out to you in terms of what you've seen or heard, or just stuff like that?
Going to Nebraska was really exciting. It was really, really fun. I just didn't expect playing Matt Rule in ping pong. He whooped me. And halfway through the match, he was whooping me, and he said, if I beat you, you got to commit here, right? And I was like, lost. I got destroyed. I think it was 11-4.
Yeah.
I've been practicing since then. But
oh, man.
That was definitely interesting. Going to that Nebraska game was fun. Really liked that. And that being really close to here, it just really felt like home, And Wisconsin was great, too. Got to see their program and talk with their tight end coach a lot. And same with Nebraska as well. Satterfield's awesome. So is Nate Letton. The hockey game was interesting at Wisconsin. It was a interesting game, kind of a stalemate, a lot of back and forth, non-scoring. But I don't know if hockey's my sport. So, but yeah, it was really fun. Both those guys.
Yeah, man. Sheesh, 11-4, man. I didn't know Coach Rule was like that at ping pong, man.
Yeah, he's got that upper swing. It's just crazy.
Yeah, he caught you off guard, man. Dang.
Oh yeah.
All right. Oh, for sure. So then, are there any other schools that have kind of been in the mix that haven't necessarily offered yet, but have kind of been in contact with you quite a bit?
Yeah, K-State's been talking with me a little bit. I don't know what they're waiting on, but I've been in touch with Stanford a lot recently, and a little bit of like Northwestern a little bit, and I mean Duke has started texting me a little bit, and a lot of schools in the mix for talking with me, but yeah,
for sure. You got to make that jump, man. Drop that offer for sure. So then going into all these schools, and like I said, your commitment. By the time you do that, it's probably still a few months away. But what are some things, once you start like making your decision, what are some things you're really kind of looking for in a school, and what are some things that you really think are like, I guess, some non-negotiables for like the school you attend to, I guess?
Some of my big things are culture, especially like a team like Nebraska and Wisconsin. Culture is big with them. And just a good college campus, a good place where I want to spend my 4 years. And get a degree at, and education's big for me, and my mom knows I need an education. She's big on that, and education's big for me, and who I'm gonna be, who's gonna be coaching me my next 4 years, and relationships with coaches for sure. Yeah,
100%. So then, once you sign pen to paper, and coaches, or you've kind of announced your commitment and stuff like that. What can you say that school, your future coaching staff, what are they getting out of you? What kind of player, what kind of person are they getting out of you?
Somebody that's going to be fully committed and isn't going to stop being committed. I'm going to devote my first year, especially to lifting, and I'm going to be one of those guys that's going to work on and off the field all the time. And, I'm going to do everything I can to play on the field. And somebody that's going to stretch the field and somebody that's going to block a D-end and take out a linebacker.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome, man. Love to hear it. So that's basically all I had in terms of questions. Cover Platteview, cover growth into next year and your recruitment and your offers and all that kind of stuff. So then the last thing I do here, the last segment I do is segment I call Life Game Balls. So basically I'm just turning the table over to you, and you can hand out your game balls to those people in your life that have helped you grow as a person, as a player, held you accountable, whatever it is, players or teammates, coaches, parents, whoever it may be. Just like I said, those people that have really pushed you and helped you grow as a person and as a player. So if you got some game balls to dish out, it's all you, man.
Yeah, definitely to my dad. Him growing up on a farm out west, and he never got the chance to play football, and it's tough for him because he wished he could have. He was huge, and he was 270, 6'6", and
oh wow,
he gets sad, he gets emotional because he wished he could have, and he loves watching me play, and it just makes him wish he would have. And it's just I play for him because he never got to. So
yeah, definitely. That's awesome here.
Also, my coach too as well. He's been great too.
Yeah. Definitely. I see him, doing a lot for all you guys on social media and stuff like that. So yeah, for sure. It's great to have that, support system and that kind of driving factor, at home, and then having resource like your coach and stuff like that, and just a person like him on your side is, that's huge. So yeah, for sure. Always good to shout out those people in your corner.
And especially my mom too. She helps me with my Twitter, and I don't thank her enough because she's always reminding me to respond on Twitter. It gets annoying sometimes, but I love her, and she helps me a lot with it. So yeah, definitely on the social media side. But yeah,
for sure, man. Gotta shout out moms, man, for sure. All right, so that was the last of it. Kind of sending it off here. I know you got a big weekend coming up. You guys, Platteview, you guys are in the state championship tournament. All eyes are on gold. So I kind of just want to hear from you. I know it's a tough field, but you guys should have the horses to make some do some damage. So finish the sentence for me. Platteview ends as state champions because why? What gets them there?
Mentality, for sure. A lot of it is just how we want to play, and if we play how we know we can play, we can beat anybody, and that's a big factor for us, is just really letting out what we have. And some of our guys, we just really need to get on them because sometimes they just don't feel like it's just, you can tell, because some of them just aren't emotionally in it, and getting them in it is the game changer. And not all of us, not three people can do it all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Sweet, man. Well, hey, I wish you the best of luck this weekend. Hopefully you guys can, bring it home, and hopefully you have a great game, and everybody wishing you guys best of health.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I look forward to watching you the rest of this off season. Hopefully I can catch you out at a 7-on-7 or whatever it may be, or a camp. I don't know. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on.
When you try to be the glue, it'll get you stuck. Always learn to hate, cause love will get you cut. You can have they back and they still gonna front. You can share a laugh and they can get you done. You can face a battery.